Hi, my name is Ritwik, and I go to St. Francis High School. I'm a rising junior. So here's my project. It's called the facial recognition door lock. The way this works is like a normal door lock. So the guest comes and rings the bell. So when they push this button, it will take a picture through the camera, and depending whether or not the guest is authorized, the door will open or remain closed. Yeah, so because I had already finished my first and second milestones, and in that I had already completed my fundamental design for my project, I decided to add some modifications as my third milestone. And so I added I added a speaker to my project. And the way this works is that, okay, let's say for instance, the guest is not in front of the camera when they ring the door. The speaker will first the Raspberry Pi, it'll recognize that there's no one in front of the camera, and then it'll output through the speakers and telling the user that they should step in front of the camera and ring the door again. Yeah, so that's basically how it functions. Let's say if I'm in front of the camera, I click the button, it'll recognize me and they'll open the door and tell me, welcome. Yeah, so it works like that. What I enjoyed was seeing my speaker work with my project. However, I did struggle with the programming of the speakers because when I inputted the wrong command, and in order to fix that, I had to research and I consulted my mentors. Thank you.
Go.
Okay, so here's my project, and I ran the code. So let's say I take a picture of the ceiling. So the Raspberry Pi will process it and will recognize that there's no face.
Please step in front of the camera and ring the door once again.
So the speakers, so Raspberry Pi recognizes that there's no face. It'll output through the speakers telling the guest to come in front of the camera again. Now, let's say I'm in front of the camera and I press the door. It'll then recognize me and then open the door and then say welcome.
Welcome.
Yeah. So now let's say if it's someone else. I'll point it at Arush. So it'll recognize that he's not authorized. It'll send me an email. It keeps the door locked,
Access denied.
and then it tells him that he's not allowed in.